Are you tired of the dating apps, the flakiness, and the inauthenticity that most people display online? Listen, y'all, I know how exhausting it can be looking for love online because I spent 5 years of my life on dating apps before I deleted them all for good. And in the last 2 years of being off of them, one thing I can say for certain is that you can find true authentic love without the dating apps. Hi, my love. Welcome to the Be Affirmation podcast. My name is Ladette, and I'm so happy to have you here. Let's get into today's episode. I'm going to give y'all my ultimate guide on how to find love. So if you're dating in 2025, you want to pay attention to the 5 important steps I'm about to give y'all. These are going to help increase your chances of meeting a romantic partner outside of the apps. Step number 1 is to get clear. What are you looking for in a partner? And I know you're tired of dating apps because you clicked on this video. So then what does that mean for you in terms of attracting a partner and looking for what's important to them with their leisure time? Because let's be honest, being on dating apps is honestly a time suck. It's a waste of time scrolling. So if you're looking for someone who values their time, maybe one of the things that's important to you on what you want is a person that does productive things with their time. And that doesn't mean you can't have fun in your leisure time. It doesn't mean don't do self-care, don't watch TV, don't play games. But maybe you just get clear about what type of person do you want to attract and what would you hope for in terms of how they spend their time. If you don't want to attract a person who's on dating apps, then you have to get off the dating apps yourself. You also want to be clear on what qualities and values you want that person to have. And if it helps to write it down and to brainstorm, go ahead. The number 1 contributor that made me tired of dating apps was how desensitizing it made me feel towards others, but also how I felt like it made others feel towards me. Like the whole thing with ghosting, not giving people like a reason why you just completely stop talking to them. I honestly felt like being on these dating apps just made it hard for me to have genuine, deep, meaningful connections because you could easily just swipe and match with the next person. It really just started to feel like people were looking at people as disposable rather than like actual human beings who have genuine, deep feelings. And by the way, y'all, this was me early on was when I was on dating apps. Like over time, I built my confidence and my honesty with men and would tell them if I wasn't interested or why like I didn't want to do second date and whatnot. But ultimately, I just felt like I wanted to attract someone who genuinely cares about other people's feelings. And I felt like that wasn't going to be found on the apps for me. So anyway, get clear on what you want, get clear on those values, get clear on the qualities that are important to you. The second step might be a little bit hard, but it's okay. This is where we're building our awareness. But it's to be honest with yourself and to look at your list and ask yourself, am I an energetic match for this? So if you're someone who wrote down on your list, I really care about someone who takes care of their health. I really care about someone who is into fitness and has an active lifestyle, yet you don't do those things. Like if you don't also have an active lifestyle, then that's being hypocritical, right? That's being unrealistic with what we are asking to receive. So you have to be honest with yourself. Are you an energetic match for the type of love you're looking for? And if your answer is no, it's okay. Like, do not feel bad about yourself and do not feel bad at all about any of it. It's beautiful and empowering when we can sit there and be honest with ourselves because that's where then we can create the change that we want in our life. Don't see this as a negative thing. This isn't about not being good enough. It's about being aligned. If you want someone who values health, adventure, or personal growth, then you're going to want to be a person who reflects that. And so if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, dang, I have some things I want to work on, don't worry. You can still be dating in 2025 while you're working on yourself. You don't have to be 100% loving yourself. It's just about being in the journey and being in the process. So step number 3 is all about making connections. So even if you feel like you are an energetic match for the type of love that you're looking for, or if you don't feel like you're an energetic match yet, that's okay. This still can apply. But this is where you identify, okay, what things can I do to be open to receiving the love that I'm looking for? So if you value health, fitness, working out, whatever it is, then what ways can you start doing those things? Maybe you get a gym membership. Maybe you start going for daily walks. This is just where you start to pick and choose kind of what things you're going to start doing to embody the love that it is that you seek. And if you really want to put yourself out there, switch up your routine. So instead of going every day to the gym at the same time, which I know can be convenient, switch it up. Maybe one week you go in the morning, maybe one week you go in the evening. Maybe on the weekends, you're a little bit more flexible with the time that you go. Maybe you try a bunch of different workout classes, y'all. Like maybe one day you go and do rock climbing. Maybe you do, I know this is not, I guess, like a fitness class, but like a golfing class. I don't know. It's still a workout, right? Like you're still outside, you're moving your body, whatever. But the point is thinking about how you can be an energetic match for the love that you're seeking for, and then placing yourself in those situations. So if you believe that your partner, the love of your life, is out there, maybe they're doing hot yoga, maybe they're doing yoga on the rocks, maybe they're biking or whatever, put yourself in those places. And that's if you have the interest, okay? If you're like, I don't really care about this particular activity, then don't do it. It's not about forcing yourself in these places. It's just about taking aligned action and putting yourself in places where you are likely to meet a person who is on a similar frequency as you. Honestly, y'all, there's so many ways where we can run into and meet new people. You can even look up things like dating in 2025 for highly conscious people, or dating in 2025, where to meet healthy conscious people. There's so many places where you can meet like-minded individuals that have nothing to do with being on an online dating app. So the biggest tip here is to start working on yourself and becoming a better version of yourself, while also opening yourself up energetically to be a match for the love that you're asking for. And it's so important here to be accountable with how you spend your time, because if you're sitting there and you're saying you're tired of dating apps, yet you continue to spend your time on wasteful activities like still being on the app, like if you say you're tired but you're still on the app scrolling, like that's not an example of respecting your time, and therefore you're probably going to attract other people who also waste their time. We attract the way that we are. So if you're a negative person, if you're a person who says, I'm never going to find love, if you're complaining about online dating apps, you're going to keep getting what you're asking. You're going to keep getting the energy that you're putting out there and projecting into the world. So be accountable with how you are spending your time. I love step number 4 because it's all about just being open and being opportunistic. And it's just so important to have this mentality if you're going to be dating in 2025. Because let's be honest, when you're tired of dating apps and you get to the point of either deleting them or just like stopping checking them entirely, you kind of eliminate the most convenient way to meet people. But it doesn't mean that dating apps are the only way. You can still meet people and make connections. When people invite you to places, just be open to it. When people like your friends or your family invite you to new experiences, be open to it. And I'm not saying force yourself to go to certain events in the hopes that, oh my God, I might meet my partner here. But just be open. If it sounds like something that is interesting, if it sounds like something you might actually enjoy, whatever the event is, then go for it. Those are the ways you meet people. Those are the ways that you network. And don't just wait for others to ask you. Don't just wait for life to pass you by. You can be the person in your friend group that looks for these fun events, that looks for these fun opportunities, and extends an invite to the people that you care about. And by the way, when you do decide to go to these events, these meetups, these networking opportunities, go with a happy and grateful heart. Don't just show up with a bad attitude. Like show up, be present, get excited, because you never know who you might run into. The love of your life literally might be at the next event that you say yes to. And love isn't just going to fall into your lap. Be present, smile, be kind, meet new people, talk to people, like really engage and immerse yourself in the experiences that you have. And the biggest thing to remember here is that you have to be willing to engage with the world around you. And then the last step that I have is to really focus on your self-love. Dating in 2025 isn't just about being with another person physically. While you're in the process of becoming an energetic match for the love you're seeking, you can still date yourself. The best way that we can draw more love into our life is through the love that we give ourselves. Because naturally, when you start loving yourself and you start boosting your self-worth and you boost your confidence, you're going to elevate, and people are drawn to that. People are literally drawn to you, and you become a magnet when you just ooze self-love and confidence. And so that should be the best thing and the biggest thing that motivates you to work on yourself. And again, you don't have to be 100% healed. That doesn't happen. Life is about like the journey. It's the process of loving ourselves and becoming our best version. So you can still work on while being open to love and receiving love. So put yourself out there. love yourself, date yourself, and take care of yourself. And before we wrap up today's episode, y'all already know we got some affirmations. And of course, all of these have to do with attracting love into our life. You can repeat these affirmations out loud. You can say them to yourself, however you want to do them. If you're watching the episode today on YouTube, then you already know I'm going to be closing my eyes for parts of this. And I'm also going to place my hand over my heart because that is just how I connect to what I'm saying. So take a deep breath in for 4. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 4. Hold for 4. I want you to have a big smile on your face and to really tap into the emotion of love. To just really feel and embody love. Love for yourself, love for the people you care about, just the emotion of love. And you can repeat these affirmations after me. I am a magnet for the love that aligns with my highest self. Love flows to me effortlessly in perfect timing. I am already complete, and the right person will only add to my happiness. I confidently put myself out into the world, knowing that love will find me there. My energy attracts the kind of partner I desire and deserve. Alrighty, y'all. Oof, I just know that feels so good. I love me some affirmations. I hope you guys are feeling the love, the positivity, and that you just feel so excited to take care of yourself and pour into yourself because, baby, like, the love that you have to give to yourself outweighs any other kind of love, honestly. And when you love yourself, I promise love is going to be drawn to you, whether it's through the form of a romantic partner, whether it's through a coworker, the type of love that you desire, it is going to come, y'all. It's just about being patient. You have to be patient for it because maybe the first type of love that you attract in your life, it might be through the form of a friendship before the romantic partner comes along, and you just got to be okay with that. But I believe in you and I believe in the love that you desire, that it's going to come to you. Just keep pouring into yourself, put yourself out there, have an open heart. It's going to happen. Let go of when it's going to happen, though. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, then you will love my Date Yourself playlist on my YouTube channel. I'll have the playlist linked in the description. And if you're watching the video on YouTube, let me know down in the comments, what are some places outside of dating apps where you think people can find love? Your ideas might inspire someone else who's tired of dating apps to go and meet their person. And if you're listening to the episode through one of the podcasting platforms, you can give the podcast a text and let us know your thoughts. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!